go. Put that one in, and I got that one in. Going to come up here, and I'm going to go right up to my top line. Put one in. I'm going to go down to the bottom line over here. And put a seed in here. So basically, I have 3 here, so that means I got to fit 3 in between. Before I do any more, I'm going to come over here and clean this one up. This time it's working properly. And so I am going to scribe, let me see, from here to there, just like that. So now I'm going to do the same thing I did to the other side. Mark that one. Go up to the top and put this one in.
Okay.
As I explained before, I just need to put 3 in between. So I'm going to, by eye, let's see how I do here. By eye, I'm going to put one right here. And I'm going to put one right here. I got that one and that one. I'll come over this side and I'll do the same thing. And then I'm going to come over here and go in the middle. Put one in here. Now I've got to put one seat between each one. So as you see what's happening here, there's one there. There's one there. Do the same thing over here. So here you see, clean it up a little bit. This is all done by, most of it's done by eye. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on both sides. So that if I take this and come up on the side that I melted into it, you can see that I line up real nice. So now I have to figure out what I do in the middle. So here we are. I'm going to try to fit 5 stones in here. It's going to be tight. So basically what I did, I should show you, is I took 5 stones and I wanted to see how they fit. And they barely fit. So this is going to be tight. So I'm going to come along here. I'm going to start in the middle. And I'm looking at it by eye to see whether or not I'm centered. And I have this where I want it to be. So there's the first one. I got to fit 2 on each side. So I am just partially marking them to get an idea of how they will fit. And this side looks great. So I'm going to come in here and go like that. And go like that. There's the first 3. Now I need 2 more. And so there we have it. We have all of our stones in their places. Now, there'll be some moving around Oh, I gotta check something here. Looks like I made a mistake here. Yeah, I don't like that. I have two that are too tight together. So once again, I'm going to come in with some wax and I'm going to put that together. Put some wax in there so that I can fix the layout. So very carefully. And I got to fix the side a little bit. Just took the side out a little bit here. So that should take care of it. I didn't even see that while I was working on it. But so I'm going to take that like that. So now I'm going to do a correction here. I'm going to fix this one. Had a little bit of a bird edge there, so it wasn't quite round. And now I'm going in and I'm going to see if I keep from making the same mistake again. Okay, now all these holes, or seats, partial seats, are smaller than what the diamonds are going to be. When I start setting, the stones will be tight together. Now to the very next step that I do is I go in with a smaller burr. Now I'm using a 1mm burr. That's a little big. I don't want it quite that big. I could use a little bit smaller. This is a 0.85, 0.9 burr. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to drill all those seats down further so I can clear culettes. So I have so now I've drilled those down, so when I cut a seat, I won't have any trouble with the culet. The next thing I do is I take a cross burr. I'm going to take a 1mm. So I'll take the cross burr, and first of all, I'm going to clear out in between the stones. I'm going to try using this first. If it's too big, I'm going to have to go in with a round burr. So I'm going to go this direction first of all. So I'm going down the side once again. I am clearing out in between the stones. I'm going to go one way, then I'm going to go up the other way to make sure that's even. Now I'm going to do my clean out in between for the scallop. And I'm leaving room to have prongs to be able to set the stones. Oh, and I just broke it. That's where I repaired it. See, with me, you get the good, the bad, the ugly. When I break things, I break things. So here I go again. I'm gonna fix what I broke. First of all, I'm going to clean up the inside. Here, I was almost done. I'm going to take a file and I'm going to clean up the outside. And I missed a spot. So I got to add a little bit more. So I just put another little patch in there. And so what I was doing is I was going through and I was putting in the scallops, which is a form of fishtail setting. Okay. So continuing here. So what I have to do now is I just have to, I'm lining them up from each other, and I am making them a little bit bigger. So I have to go through everything again on both sides. But I'm making the scallop bigger. And so that finishes what I would do in the wax. There'll be some final fitting in the gold. So if you want to take a good close look at this, you can see what I have, what I've done. Now, once again, here's with the ring. It looks wider than what's on the white gold ring, the wax does. But when I'm done, it's going to look the same. The purple color, the dark color, makes things look heavier. So we were at 1.7 on in the metal on the ring. You can see I'm very close. And over here, about 1/10 of a millimeter large. And that's right on. So these inconsistencies that I have, I'll fix when I get into the metal. So there's your wax carving. It's all ready to be cast and cleaned up and have the diamond set.